harmonic function. Any function is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplacian equation. Dear students, any function is said to be harmonic. Function is said to be harmonic if it satisfies the Laplacian equation or the Laplace equation. If it satisfies the Laplace equation, then any function is said to be harmonic function. Now, what is the meaning of Laplace equation? I will show you. What exactly the Laplace equation? When we approach for the harmonic function, it should be, suppose we are talking about any function u, it should be del 2u by del x2 plus del 2u by del y2 is equals to 0. If we are talking about any function u, then it should be del 2u by del x2 plus del 2u by del y2 is equals to 0. This is my Laplacian equation. Or if you want to write down in the form of v, you can write down del 2v by del x2 plus del 2v by del y2 is equals to 0. This is the define of harmonic function. This is the Laplacian equation, means the double derivative. The double derivative of with respect to x, double derivative with respect to y, whether you have a function f, you have a function u, or you have a function v. Suppose we have a function f, we can conclude del 2f by del x2 plus del 2f by del y2 is equals to 0. Here if I have a function u or the only real part is exists, then you can say that this is an harmonic function. Clear guys, right? Okay, now so it's a simple thing to approach, it's easily approachable. Okay, now let me write down some 2 or 3. There are 3 important properties of harmonic function. Let me write down those properties also. Properties of harmonic, which helps in the analytic also. Properties of harmonic function, which helps in the analytic also, right? Now let's start with the first thing. Let's start with the first thing. Let's start with the first thing. So if for a function fz, if for a function fz u plus iota v we are having is a harmonic conjugate of u. If for a function fz is equals to u plus iota v is a harmonic conjugate of u, then if in a function harmonic conjugate of u, then it is not okay. But let me tell you first about the harmonic conjugate now, then you can approach for this one. Okay, for that let's have discussion on the first one, the first property, that if two functions u and v are, if two functions u and v are harmonic in the domain D. Let's have discussion on this one first. Harmonic in domain D. Suppose we have two functions. So if two functions u and v are harmonic in domain D, dear students, okay, means just earlier we were discussing about u and v, right? So domain D and their first order partial derivative and their first order partial derivative is their first order partial derivative satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equation. Exactly, it's talking about the analytic only, right? Satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equation, then you will say V is said to be harmonic conjugate of U, then V is said to be harmonic conjugate of U. Let me tell you what exactly it is talking about. Let me explain you. Harmonic conjugate of U. Now it's an important property which helps you sometimes. Okay, based on this one question or two question has been asked. So if two functions, okay, when we have two functions means x and y, u and v are harmonic in their domain D, means whenever we are talking about the function, that function should be harmonic first. So when two functions u and v are harmonic in their domain D, first thing, and second, their first order partial derivative, means the first order partial derivative is ux vy uy vx, right? And their first order partial derivative satisfy the CR equation. It means any function is said to be harmonic conjugate if that function or the first order derivative of that function is already satisfying the CR equation, means already that is an analytical function. So it's talking about satisfy the CR equation, then V is said to be harmonic conjugate of U. So we are having function as u plus iota v only. If u and v both are harmonic function, right? First it should be harmonic, and then if u and v both are analytic also, u and v are harmonic and u and v are analytic also, then you will say v is a harmonic conjugate of u. Is it clear, guys? V is a harmonic conjugate of u. So whenever question is talking about the harmonic conjugate, you can approach directly V is a harmonic conjugate of u. Okay, and there is one more property. Let me write down here. Okay, let me write down here. Second thing, if u and v are harmonic functions such that, if u and v are harmonic function, in the other form you can say harmonic functions such that u plus iota v is an analytical function. U plus iota v is an analytical function or analytic function. Then u and v are harmonic conjugate of each other function, then u and v are harmonic conjugate of each other. Okay, clear? Means if u and v are harmonic function and u plus iota v, it means the complete function is an analytic function, then we can say u and v are called harmonic conjugate of each other. Okay, guys, clear? Yes, done. So this is the concept of harmonic conjugate. It means exactly you can say whenever the question is talking about harmonic conjugate, you can approach with the help of Cauchy-Riemann equation also. Okay, let me show you one example of harmonic function we have. Let's check for the function, find the harmonic. So let's check for the function. Do we have? Okay, this is question of harmonic. No, it's for conjugate analytic. Okay, let me show you. Let's check whether the function u is equals to y cube minus 3x square y, u is equals to y cube minus 3x square y is harmonic or not. 3x square y is harmonic or not. Let's approach it whether it is harmonic or not. So we have to find out the partial differentiation with respect to x. We can say any function is said to be harmonic if del 2u by del x2 plus del 2u by del y2 is equals to 0. Yes, exactly. So from here we can conclude u x means del u by del x is equals to minus 2xy. When we find del 2u by del x2, it will be minus 2y only, right? Okay. Let's talk about the del u by del y. It is 3y square minus x square. When we find del 2u by del y2, it will be 6y, isn't it? Yes. So okay, it was y cube minus it was y cube minus 3x square, guys. The question was y cube minus 3x square y. So y cube minus 3x square y, it means it is minus 6xy. Yes, it means it is minus 6y. Okay, so earlier it was not harmonic, now it is, we can see it's a harmonic function. Why? Because from here we can see del 2u by del x2 plus del 2u by del y2. When we substitute here values from this one and this one, it will be minus 6y plus 6y, which is equals to 0. Hence the function is harmonic. Hence your function is harmonic only, guys, right? Okay, so done. Okay, so this is a basic question. We can have more discussion. I will tell you later the construction of analytical function also, but right now let's have discussion on the get problems which actually framed on the basis of analytical function, right? So let me show you that get problems. So mechanical 2014 question, an analytical function of a complex variable z is equals to x plus iota y is expressed as fz is equals to u plus iota v, where iota is equals to root minus 1. If uxy, you have uxy, it means the real part. You have uxy, it means the real part of z is equals to 2xy. Then you have to find out the vxy. Now exactly these type of questions can frame in the analytical function. Exactly same to same these type of questions can frame. So we can approach here only. Let's approach, as we know very well, any function is said to be analytical. Any function is said to be analytic if ux is equals to vy and uy is equals to minus vx. This is a very important condition. Okay, so here in these type of questions, options will be there, always option will be there. In this particular question, it's already given that your function is analytic, and for that analytical function you are having real part, you have to find out the imaginary part. So we know very well, if my function is analytic, then definitely that will satisfy the CR equation, that we know, right? If my function is analytic, then it's definitely satisfy the CR equation. Yes, if it satisfy the CR equation, then we can approach with the help of options also. Okay, so when it satisfy the CR equation, we are having u is equals to 2xy. Let's approach to the ux, means del u by del x. Del u by del x is equals to 2y only. Let's approach to del u by del y, which is equals to 2x. According to CR equation, we know very well del u by del x equals to del v by del y, and del u by del y is equals to minus del v by del x. It means we can take one by one options, we can choose from one by one options. Let's approach, if this is my right answer, let's start with the option. So in these type of questions, option elimination is very, very important. Even you can directly approach by the option elimination only, guys, right? Let's approach it. So when we approach from here, okay, when we approach from here, let's start with the option number A. Suppose this is my v, means this is my imaginary part. V is equals to x square plus y square plus c. So when we find del v by del x, dear students, it will be 2x. Yes, so when we find del v by del y, it will be 2y. Yes, exactly. So del v by del x is equals to 2x, del v by del y is equals to 2y. According to us, the del u by del x should be del v by del y, right? So it's satisfying. We can see the first condition is satisfying. But when we look at the second condition, del v by del u by del y, it should equals to the minus del v by del x. So it's not in the negative term. So hence we can say option number A is not satisfying. Here ux is equals to vy, but uy is not equals to minus vx. Our requirement is minus vx. It's exactly uy is equals to vx. We want uy is equals to minus vx. So it's not satisfying. So you can leave that the option number A is not right. Let's come to the option number. Let's write down here only na. So let's come to the option number B from here. When we approach from here, option number B, if this is my v, suppose this is the v, we have to find out the partial differentiation with respect to x. So when we approach Vx means del V by del x, it will be 2x only, yes. When we approach Vy, it will be del V by del y, it will be minus 2y only, yes. When we look at the options, we know ux is equals to 2y. From here ux should equals to vy, ux should equals to vy, but here we are having ux is equals to minus vy, which is not at all possible. So you can say it's not equals to ux, because the value of ux is equals to 2y only, and here the value of vy means the partial differentiation of v with respect to y is equals to minus 2y. So that's why it's not applicable, it will not work. Okay, we can leave option number B also. Let's come to the option number C. So A and B are done. Let's come to the option number C. Let's check about the option number C again. So when we check about the option number C, v is equals to minus x square plus y square plus c. So del v by del x means vx is equals to minus 2x, del v by del y is equals to 2y. Exactly what is the requirement? Our requirement is ux is equals to vy and uy is equals to minus vx. So we want negative in the vx only, right? So here we can see vx is equals to minus 2x. Let's look at the value of uy. You can say the uy is equals to 2x, right? You can see del u by del y is equals to minus del v by del x, yes, which is equals to minus 2x, yes, exactly. These two things are equal. Okay, let's talk about the first one. First one is del u by del x is equals to del v by del y. So the value of del u by del x is equals to 2y, del v by del y is also is equals to 2y, hence it again equal, yes. So we can conclude that neither option number A nor option number B satisfying, but option number C is satisfying, dear students. Here we can get exactly the we can easily satisfy the CR equation from the option number C only. So that's why this will be the right answer. Is it clear, guys? Right? That's why it will be the right answer, dear students. Okay, so we can easily approach from here. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Let's have approach on more question. The real part of an analytical function fz is we are having e power minus y cos x. We have to find the imaginary part. Again the same concept, same thing we can approach. So we are having u is equals to e to the power minus y cos x. It's already talking about that the given function is an analytical function. So let's find the ux from here. Ux is equals to e to the power minus y is constant. The differentiation of cos is minus sin x. You can approach minus sin x e to the power minus sin y. Uy is equals to minus cos x e to the power minus y, because here when we partially differentiate u with respect to x, we will only and only differentiate x, the term of x. Here e power minus y will be constant, so that's why it is as it is. When we partially differentiate it with respect to y, we know very well the y only differentiate the terms of x will be as a constant only, right? So this is the thing. If ux is equals to vy and uy is equals to minus vx satisfy the condition, then you can conclude that their function is analytical function. If you got this one among these four options, you can conclude that will be your imaginary part. So let's start with the option number A. Suppose if v is equals to e to the power y cos x. When we differentiate v with respect to x, it will be minus sin x into e to the power y. Do we have? Okay, do we have e to the power? It's e power minus y. Okay, so I don't think it will be answer because we are having e power y. So it's not possible, we can leave here because the result should be in the form of e to the power minus y only. So it's not possible, dear students, because we are having e power y and the result should be in the e power minus y form. So we can leave here only. Let's approach to this one. Even we can leave option number A and option number C. Either the right answer is B or the right answer is option number C. So let's talk about the option number B. V is equals to e to the power minus y into sin x, guys. Yes, we are having v is equals to e to the power minus y sin x, right? Okay. So let's find the partial differentiation with respect to x. So del v by del x, when we differentiate this one, it will be cos x into e to the power minus y. Yes, exactly. Let's partially differentiate with respect to y. It will be minus e to the power minus y into sin x. Let's check the options. We should match ux with the vy. So ux with the vy, right? So do we have ux is equals to minus sin x into e to the power minus y? We are having minus sin x into e to the power minus y, yes. And uy is equals to minus vx. Uy, what we are having in the uy? Uy is equals to minus cos x into e to the power minus y. So vy should be positive. So when we approach here, sorry, vx should be positive. Yes, definitely we are having cos x into e to the power minus x. Yes, definitely. So for the option number B only, the conditions are satisfying. You can see clearly, guys. This is equals to vy is equals to ux, and this is equals to minus uy, right? Vx is equals to ux is equals to vy, and minus vx is equals to uy. You can write down here the same thing. So it is equals to minus uy. Hence the conditions are satisfying for the option number B. We can conclude from here option number A and option number C cannot possible, because here we are having e to the power minus y. So that's why either the right answer is option number B or option number D. So we can conclude the right answer is option number B for Bombay only. Clear, guys? Right? Okay. Do we have more question? We don't have. We don't have. Okay. So let me write down one more question which actually asked in the GATE examination. Let's have discussion on this one. GATE 2011 question we are having. GATE 2011 question we are having. For an analytical function, the function it's already given x plus iota v y is equals to uxy plus iota vxy. It's an analytical function for an analytical function. So it's already an analytical function. It's given in the question, guys, right? If the real part is given by the real part of f, means u is given by 3x square minus 3y square, then find the imaginary part. Find the imaginary part. So let's find the imaginary part from here. We do have options also. 3y square, the pattern will be same. The pattern of each and every analytical question, analytic function question is same, exactly same. V is equals to, it's 3y square minus 3x square plus k. Second option is 6x minus 6y plus k. Okay. The third one is 6y minus 6x plus k. And the fourth one is 6xy plus k, right? Let's approach it. So we can easily approach here. After that, dear students, in the next video I will tell you, we will have discussion on the questions of, we will see the questions of harmonic function also, and we will have discussion on the how to construct an analytical function also, right? So right, let's discussion have here only. So u is equals to, we are having this quantity, let's find ux, it is 6x only. Let's find uy, it is minus 6y only, right? Let's start with the option number A. When we have option number A, which is equals to 3y square minus 3x square plus k. So vx is equals to minus 6x. We want ux is equals to vy and uy is equals to minus vx. Uy is equals to minus vx. So exactly we want uy is equals to minus vx, but we can see the vx is equals to minus 6x. So it's not at all possible. We can leave here only. Okay, we can leave here option number A. Let's come to the option number B. 6x minus 6y. It is 6x minus 6y plus k. When we partially differentiate with respect to x, it will be 6 only. So it definitely not satisfying. You can see here it's not satisfying, right? Let's talk about the option number C. I think it will also not satisfy. Why? Because when we differentiate this one with respect to x, we will get minus 6. But here we are having the values also, x and y also. So I think it's also not satisfying. Option number D can satisfy because here we together have x, y. So A, B and C are not possible. Let's check for the option number D directly. We can say V is equals to 6xy plus k. When we check for this one, it will be Vx is equals to 6y. Yes, exactly. We want Ux is equals to Vy, and Vx is equals to minus Uy. When we have Uy in the form of, means when we have U, del U by del Y in the form of negative, so Vx should be positive. So that's why it is equals to minus Uy. Yes, exactly, you can see. So these two things are minus 6y only. Okay, let's find the partial differentiation with respect to y. When we partially differentiate with respect to y, it will be 6x only, guys, right? So we want Vy is equals to Ux. Let's look at the Ux, that is 6x only. So that's why it's satisfying, dear students. Hence we can conclude the right answer or the imaginary part of this particular function, which is analytic, is nothing but the option number D only. Is it clear? So I think now you are getting my point, how we can approach the analytical function, questions of analytical function. More questions we will have discussed in the next lecture, and I will show you how to approach with the harmonic function. Okay, there are 1 or 2 questions only asked in the harmonic function, and the important thing I will tell you how to construct an analytical function. And after that we will have discussion on the very important part of the complex variable, that will be the complex integration. Means we will start with the define of pole, singular points, and then we will have discussion on the Cauchy's integral formula, Cauchy's integral theorem, and residue wise. Okay, thank you.